Many education experts today agree that social emotional skills matter, and it's very clear from the evidence. We can see through longitudinal studies the impact, the positive impact that social emotional learning has for students' well-being, as they're working through school, as they're going through school, but also later in life. So we can see the positive impacts in terms of their social connectedness, their sense of well-being, their education achievement, employment outcomes, and their health and physical, both physical and mental well-being. So we can see these positive impacts. So this is very good. We're making progress. However, sometimes the debate we find ends up in a either-or kind of scenario. Either we focus on social measuring, prioritising and measuring social emotional skills, or we focus on the core cognitive skills. But if we look at children's development from the early ages all the way through adolescence and early adulthood, we see that those skills, that social emotional development and cognitive development, are both essential and interrelated. So the development of the social and emotional skills supports the cognitive development and vice versa. So if I can give you an example. So when children are very young, they learn oral skills, oral language skills at home, so interacting with their parents and with their brothers and sisters. And that is oral literacy, so a cognitive skill. But those oral language skills help them to connect with other children, so they are able to play with other children and make friends and have a sense of social connectedness, which helps to build their sense of themselves and well-being. And then those social skills that they're developing in cooperation with others, negotiating, agreeableness and getting along with other children, actually that interaction with other children builds their literacy skills. So it's an upward positive spiral. So the two are not disconnected at all. The social skills help the literacy, and the literacy help the social skills, which give you a better sense of well-being and your social connectedness. And then as you grow up, then if your social skills are very strong, your ability to work in teams, work in groups, get along with other people is going to help you in terms of employability and also being a good citizen. If I take another example, which is conscientiousness, which is a skill, and it's one that we learn. We're not born conscientious from the beginning, but conscientiousness. These are skills like reliability, dependability, trustworthiness. These help us succeed in academic endeavours, so it helps us to do our homework, to be on school on time, those kinds of things, and it also helps us in our other aspirations. So sporting, there are very few people that are very good at sports who haven't developed those skills of conscientiousness. But then if we look at being a good family member, being a good parent, being a good friend, those skills of conscientiousness, being dependable, being reliable, they help us. Those are the people that we want to have in our lives. Those are people that we gravitate towards. So we can see that those skills of conscientiousness also help us to build strong social networks which support our well-being and build our satisfaction with our lives, because we have good, healthy lives that we're satisfied with, that we're happy with. So I argue that the social emotional skills are equally as important as the cognitive skills, and that we shouldn't try and have a debate about which is most important, that we actually should focus on the development, the learning progressions of the child, and prioritise them in our curriculums and our teacher training and also in our assessment systems. And by doing that, we will help every child to develop all the skills, all the resilience that they need to build happy, healthy lives and to achieve whatever aspirations they have.